Detectives, I need your help. I have some puzzle pieces left over and I'm not sure which ones go where, like in this spot right here. What do you think would fit there?
That one.
The green one?
Yeah.
All right, let's try it. Right, good. I have this last piece here. It goes right here like that. Do you think that's right?
Yeah.
Great job. Wow, you're puzzle masters. You did some important thinking work. Not just guessing work, you used the pieces that we already had in place to think about what kind of piece would fit in the missing spot. You thought about what would make sense to complete the picture. Then presto, the pieces went in the right place. Today, I want to teach you that snap words are like pieces of a puzzle. Word detectives can use the clues they have and think about what makes sense and sounds right to fill in the missing word. Let's try using snap words to give us clues to a mystery word right now. I'm going to show you some writing from a girl in another first grade class. She wrote a small moment story about the time she went to the circus with her sister. Let's read Olivia's story now. Watch how I use the snap words I know to figure out the words I don't know. Here's Olivia's writing. My trip to the circus. One day, I went to the... Well, I know all of these words, so I can read them in a snap and then think about what might come next and what makes sense. One day I went to the, let me ask myself, what would make sense here? What sounds right?
Circus.
I know that this word must be a place, and I know that this story is about her trip to the circus, so I think this word must be circus. That's what Harrison said. That would make sense. Let's see if I'm right. Circus. Yes, that word says circus. That makes sense, and it looks right too. Did you see how I used my snap words just like pieces of a puzzle? They give me little clues about what the mystery word might be. I read my snap words and thought, what would make sense and sound right? Then I checked to see if I was right. Watch how I do this again. One day I went to the circus with my sister. We sat in our... to watch the show. What would make sense here? We could look at the picture. We can piece our snap words together and think about what would make sense. What makes sense to you?
Seat.
Let's see if we're right. We sat in our seats to watch the show. I think sat was our big clue. Don't you think so?
Yes.
Now you try it. Let's look at the next piece of Olivia's writing. I saw many blank and elephants. I also saw a big blank. Does anyone see any snap words they know in the first part of this story? Quick, tell your partner. There are lots of snap words that you know on this page. Now turn to your partner again and use your snap words like puzzle pieces that give you clues. Read your snap words, and when you get to the covered words, ask, what would make sense here? Go ahead and keep talking with your partners about what you think would make sense. Notice how many words that you can read in a snap. Remember, more than one word might make sense. So if you thought of one, try thinking of a couple more that would also work. All right, good job, detectives. All right. I heard some great conversations about what words might make sense. I heard some of you saying that this first word might be acrobats or monkeys or clowns. Those words would all fit here. After all, we know this sentence is telling us what she saw at the circus. I heard some of you saying that this next word might be tiger or elephant or lion. Let's read this page all together, and this time we'll take off the Post-its and check to see if our words look right. So I saw many, what do we think this word could be? clowns. Good. And elephants. I also saw a big lion. Good. You used your snap words like puzzle pieces to figure out the words that we didn't know. Great job. Let's read the last page of Olivia's writing. This time, let's read together, and as we're reading, let's think about all the snap words that are on this page and in this writing. Words that we can read just like that to help us solve words that we don't know. You ready to read with me? It was so much fun. I can't wait to go to the circus. Again. Good job. Remember that word detectives use everything they know to solve words in their books. You know lots of ways to solve hard words, and yesterday you learned that it helps to review your snap words before you get started reading. And now you can also practice using those snap words like puzzle pieces, thinking about what would make sense and sound right to solve the tough words you find in your books. Remember that word detectives use everything they know to solve words in their books. You know lots of ways to solve hard words, and yesterday you learned that it helps to review your snap words before you get started reading. And now you can also practice using those snap words like puzzle pieces, thinking about what would make sense and sound right to solve the tough words you find in your books. I added today's strategy to our chart. Word detectives use snap words to read. Yesterday we talked about reading words that you know in a snap. Today we've talked about read words you know and think what would make sense here.